Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. So I did not film an intro for this video because Lana had called and we were talking to her on the phone, so did not do an intro. Sorry about that, guys. Now the sketch is up in the corner. It is by Susanna Lee, and I am going to use this blue and white paper up at the top to represent that diagonal paper that she has up there, or that diagonal section. I guess it doesn't have to be a paper. I've got 3 photos here from the Pop Century Resort in Walt Disney World. These are the last 3 photos I have to scrap of my trip from the hotel. That being said, a couple of the photos were not 4x4, and I don't know why they weren't. I had previously cut them out for another layout that I ended up using something else for. So I had to trim them down to 4x4 to fit my 4¼ by 4¼ inch white mats. So once this layout is done, I am one more layout closer to finishing that Disney trip. Now I'm using the Radiant Rainbow paper collection from Brutus Monroe. It does come in a 6x6 size, and I just trimmed it down to 2 inches. Now I am going to pull out my banner maker that the awesome MK sent to me, because I can't fold a piece of paper and make a banner. I've got to use a grid and cut it. Except I guess I didn't cut my papers exactly 2 inches because they're not fitting in very well. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull out my small trimmer and trim them down just so that they're a little bit under 2 inches, and that way they're going to fit into the banner maker perfectly and will give me a nice banner. So I'm going to do that with this paper here. Now, I did choose a black background on purpose because of all the black in the Radiant Rainbow paper pad. This one is just circles, so I trimmed this down as well to just under 2 inches, so it would fit really easily into the banner maker too. And then I'm going to alternate these larger circles with the smaller ones. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done as well. And look how great that little thing punches out the banners. So I have to, then I don't even realize that the banner leftovers were sitting there at first. So I'm going to add some adhesive to each of the banners, and then I'm going to lay them down across the page. So I knew that my banners were not going to go all the way across the page. But I wanted kind of an equal gap on either side, and I have a much larger gap on the right hand side than I do on the left hand side. So I'm just going to pull them up and kind of shift them over a little bit, and then I'm still going to alternate between the smaller dots and the larger dots, and I really do like the way that that looks. Now, I was thinking about putting something across the page so that you didn't see the little gap between the black paper and that blue and white paper. But ultimately, I decided to place the photos to go all the way across the page from the 12 inches to the 12-inch mark. Like, it's going to be there. And then I ended up using my grid mat to make sure that these 2 photos were straight. And then I'm going to grab another piece of the Radiant Rainbow paper and trim that down to 4½ by 4½. That way my center photo is going to have a little bit more of a highlight to it, and it's going to look good over top of the 2 other photos. I am going to use some fun foam on the back of that photo, and that is going to just pop it up ever so slightly. Now, this layout ends up not being embellished a whole lot, but these papers are very bold, and I really don't think it needs it. So I'm going to pop up the bottom of the banners here with some pop foam. And that's just going to give the banners just a little bit more lift and a little bit more oomph. Excuse me, to pop off that black paper. And I am using black pop foam. I don't know if that really makes a difference because I use fun foam all the time in a whole bunch of different colors. So I don't think that that matters that I used black pop foam, but I thought it was cool. I was using black pop foam on black cardstock. So now I'm going to just add a couple more pop foams because I realized I didn't pop all of the edges up. Goodness. And now I have to figure out my title. So I didn't know what I was going to do. So I ended up doing a title that I've done on other Pop Century layouts and just calling it Pop. And I have these old blue jelly bean soup letter stickers that I was surprised I had the letters for. So I just go ahead and put these down in the corner down here. So this blue is similar to the other blues on the layout. It's not an exact match, but I figure there's so much pattern and design on this layout that it's not going to matter. As you guys know, I'm pretty much a it's close enough person anyway. So with this one, I really did feel like it was close enough. So now I'm going to go ahead and put down some glitter acrylic stars, and this is going to give me that last little bit of pop and pizzazz that the layout needs. Like I said, it's so colorful and there's so much going on between the colorful photos and the colorful pattern paper that really the black just pulls it back and grounds it. And the little bit of glitter stars on here is just going to give it that little extra oomph that every layout needs, like something to give it the oomph, right? Like, so whether it's your photo or your paper or your embellishment, it might not even be something you think about, but the oomph is there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these acrylic stars glued down with some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I find that Nuvo Deluxe adhesive works really well with acrylic embellishments. It bonds the acrylic to the paper super nicely and has not fallen off yet, so that makes me super excited. There it is, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening to me as I'm all stopped up, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.